People have been trying to increase their metabolism forever, doing things like putting on muscle mass, reverse dieting, increasing daily movement, sauna, cold plunge, drinking caffeine. But what actually works? In this video, we'll look at the science, and you will learn exactly what actually increases your metabolism, how many calories does each thing burn, what's worth doing, and what's BS. So let's jump right in. Starting off with probably the least effective one on this list, which is the sauna. They did a study where they took a group of people and they put them in the sauna for 10 minutes, took them out, and they did this 4 times. Each time these people were put in the sauna, they burned more and more calories. So does the sauna burn calories? Yes, but it only burns about 30 to 80 calories for a 20 to 30 minute session. And it almost acts on your body in the same way that cardio does. So you could think of it almost like doing cardio, but there's way more effective cardio out there, in my opinion, like incline walking. Another thing to note is that a lot of the calories that you burn from the sauna are temporary, meaning that you will intuitively eat those calories back or just fidget less, move less throughout the day intuitively, and not burn as many calories that day to fight back, which is why I don't recommend the sauna specifically for losing weight or boosting metabolism. But the next thing on this list, which I do recommend 100%, is caffeine or coffee. They did a study with caffeine and they found that it increases thermogenesis, which is your body's natural ability to turn energy from calories into heat, by 7 to 8%, so it burns calories that way. Along with that, it also increases your resting metabolic rate by 3 to 7%, which burns more calories again. And on top of that, drinking caffeine suppresses ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, so that can in turn make you eat less calories and make you lose even more weight. So caffeine, definitely good. And drinking caffeine can burn roughly 50 to 100 calories a day just from the metabolism boost, and then it also reduces your hunger hormone on top of that. And the next one is cold exposure. Now they did a study with this and they found that it activates brown fat, which is basically something that produces a bunch of heat, warming your body back up from being in the cold. And this burns a lot of calories. So I would definitely recommend this. Cold exposure can burn 50 to 300 calories per session, depending on how cold the cold exposure was and how long you were exposed to the coldness for. And by the way, before we move on to the next 3, if you want me to personally coach you on how to build an aesthetic physique, you can go click the first link in the description and book a call with me. And on that call, we can talk about my one-on-one coaching program. The next thing is reverse dieting, which is basically slowly increasing the amount of calories you're eating after a weight loss phase or a long cut. And this definitely works. They did a study where they looked at people who were in the so-called starvation mode after eating a very little amount of calories, and their metabolisms slowed down to compensate for that. And they had these people do a reverse diet, and even after years of their metabolism being suppressed, the reverse diet helped rebalance their hormone levels and increase their subconscious movement throughout the day, increasing their metabolism back up to its baseline, and this restored about 100 to 300 calories. The thing with reverse dieting that I'll mention is it can be used to bring your calorie intake back up to what it's supposed to be, but this can't make you burn an abnormal amount of calories. Eventually you're going to reach what your true metabolism is, and then if you continue to eat more, you're just going to start gaining weight again. The next thing is increasing your NEAT, which stands for non-exercise activity. Examples of this could be walking, standing, fidgeting, cleaning, things like this. And I actually really recommend doing this. I think if you can build a structure that will allow you to move around throughout the day without feeling like you're exercising, this can help burn a lot more calories. This can easily burn an extra 100 to 500 calories if you just look around at what you're doing, and if you're laying down all day, just increasing some of these things can help you a significant amount. Now the next one is increasing muscle mass or building more muscle. In my opinion, this is the most effective one. For every 1 pound of muscle you add, you will burn an extra 6 to 10 calories per day at rest. Now this may not seem like a lot, but I want you to think of it like passive income, right? if you over the next 2 years put on 40 pounds of muscle, well, now you might be burning an extra 300, 400 calories every single day that you wouldn't have had before. And eating 2,400 calories will feel significantly better than eating 2,000 calories. On top of this, having more muscle, which you get from training, obviously, increases the amount of weight you're lifting, which also makes you burn more active calories during your workouts, right? So in my opinion, putting on muscle is super worth it because you get kind of 2 different ways of losing calories from it. And I think if you are trying to lose weight, putting on muscle is probably the most beneficial thing you could do. Obviously being in that calorie deficit, but lifting heavy, eating protein. So if I were to give you a 1-sentence guide on how to increase your metabolism, I would tell you to move more and to put on muscle. So hopefully that helps. If you want me to personally coach you on how to build an aesthetic physique, get shredded, get a 6-pack, go click the first link in the description. You can book a free call with me where we can talk about my one-on-one coaching program. You have nothing to lose here and everything to gain, so I'll see you on that call.